Damn it, everyone. I wanted to try to get like an introductory video to my music shows, or whatever you want to call it. The music videos that I wanted to do, showing people, trying to introduce people to some old music and whatnot. So today I just want to do just kind of go over. I got a whole bunch of vinyl stacked up out here that I went through and picked out a selection of different things just to kind of show y'all. But anyways, I'm just going to get into it. Today is February 5th, 2019. I just made my video about Jackie too. She's got to go have surgery in the next couple days on her knee. She messed her knee up somehow while I was going to work today. I came home and she couldn't even stand up. Something's going to have to get done anyways within 6 months to a year, so it just kind of happened sooner than I expected. But hold on, cat, psst, go. This cat wants to be in the video too. He's getting jealous of Jackie because he ain't got his own videos. Anyways, so I'm just gonna get into it here. I got a good selection of vinyl laid out here before me. You guys can't see it really until I pick it up and put it on the screen, but I love all different kind of old music. I love blues, jazz, funk, soul, reggae, classic rock, hip hop, some of the early rap, Tupac and NWA and whatnot. I like old country, and I don't know if I said reggae, but I like reggae. And I also, with jazz, I start off with like Miles Davis, Coltrane, and like the 70s jazz, and I've been working my way back. And as of lately, I've been listening to like big band jazz, and I've been like Tommy Dorsey and Glenn Miller and things like that, so I have a little bit of that as well. But well, let me just get into it. Here are let's see, I got Chuck Berry, the London Sessions, live in the studio. I think it's kind of like a BBC session type album, but there's a couple people. Howlin' Wolf has one, and I think somebody else does too. But it's pretty cool. I have not gotten to listen to this one yet. I've just acquired this one recently. I think I got it from my grandma. She had me go through some records recently, and I found that one. My B.B. King. B.B. King's one of my top fives. My top fives I mentioned in my video about the 642, but in no particular order: James Brown, B.B. King, Curtis Mayfield, Fela Kuti, and Jimmy McGriff. Fela is the only one I don't have vinyl of yet. I don't even have any CDs of him either. All the stuff I have from him is downloaded. But anyhow, got B.B. King in London. It's not London Sessions or anything. Cat, what are you doing, man? Driving me friggin' nuts. He's running circles around me like he's a shark. This is just a regular album. It's called In London. This is a phenomenal B.B. King record. I love this one. The version of Paying the Cost to Be the Boss is great on here. Don't Answer the Door, Tired of Your Jive. Those are my favorite ones. I think Thank It All. The B.B. Jones is good too on here. Like I said, I'm not really going to pick any one of these albums and just go through it in detail. I'll do that on separate videos. But I just kind of want to give you guys an idea of what I have, so you can see if you would even be interested in this or not. Because if you don't like his music, then you probably wouldn't be interested. So, Guess Who? Not the Guess Who. It's B.B. King's record called Guess Who. It's B.B. King. That's who. The Soul of B.B. King? I think I did a bad job with the lighting in here, but I don't have any fancy shit. I'm doing all this on my phone, so. Oh, and I also want to tell people too, I kind of tried to tone it down in my first several videos, but I cuss by nature. That's who I am. So I don't mean to offend nobody, but that's how I am. I just noticed that it seems like nobody else on YouTube swears, cusses when they do their videos. So I don't know, I'm not everybody. I'm a bit different from most people. So I got to be me. You know, you love it or leave it. To Know You to Love You. This whole record is phenomenal. I love this one. A dude I used to know just gave it to me a long time ago. He had a bunch of stuff, and he just said, "Here you go, take it." Man, I love it. I actually found this one on CD too. There's a record store, South Chicago. I think it's technically is considered Chicago, but it's got to be really, really South Chicago, like near the city limits. It might even be not even Chicago, but I think it has a Chicago address. But it's called Beverly Records, and it's on Western, I believe. But it's a killer record store. They got all kinds of stuff in there. I mean, there's probably a couple 100,000 records in there you can go through and buy what, like $5 a piece, $10 for a double LP. It's wonderful. They got some old cassette tapes. They got some CDs. They got a lot of like old school music. They have a lot of CDs too that you can't really find at your typical store that would sell CDs. I don't even know if they sell that shit anymore or not. Some old country. Hold on. I got Folsom Prison, Johnny Cash. A lot of people know this one. It's a very famous Johnny Cash album. Great album. But not too many people know, or I'd say not as many people know, he did a record at San Quentin Prison as well. That's a very good one as well. I have both these on CD as well. Hank Williams Sr. Hank Williams Sr. Hank Williams Sr. I don't like Hank Williams Jr. He's too new for me, but Sr. is a bad dude. I like his music a lot. As far as rap goes, I don't have a lot of rap or even hip-hop albums, but I do have one of my favorite records on vinyl. The All Eyes on Me by Tupac. This is awesome. It is a 4 LP set. Well, I don't know if you can read the track names in here, but it's beautiful. I wanted this for a very long time. Very long time. And finally, I think it was 1 year after Christmas, I had gotten some money for Christmas, and I went to a store by me, and I had found this reissued copy, brand new, never opened, and I finally got it. I think it was like $25 maybe, $35, I don't know, but well worth it. I love that one. I got a couple comedy records, because they used to, do comedy shows on vinyl. Cosby, who, I'm sorry, I still love Cosby. He's the man, dude. I'm not going to get into it, but I don't believe all that shit about him. I just don't believe it. I don't know if people remember Cosby for how he is now, or even in like the Cosby Show, but like, check out Ice Spice. I'm sure that cat with money and being famous, he wasn't a bad looking dude. I'm sure he didn't have to drug chicks to get laid. I'm pretty sure that was not the case. But I don't want to get into gold diggers and all that on this video, but I love the dude. He was like my second dad growing up. Mr. Huxtable. I love him. To this day, I stand by him. Tupac too. Richard Pryor, I love. That's my favorite comedian of all time. Richard Pryor, I love this dude. I don't have a lot on vinyl, but I got this one. It's very cool. Very hard to hear though. The quality of this actual record, it's kind of scratched up. Kind of hard to hear it, but it's very good. Now let's get into some funk. Parliament, Mothership Connection. I love Parliament and Funkadelic. Funkadelic. Uncle Jam Wants You. And then my man, James Brown, and the Payback record. This is a double, I believe. Yeah, it's a double. Love it. Here's another double. James Brown, Hell. Love this one too. I got more from him, but I kind of just selected. I went through all them things. I got a bunch of stuff piled up on top, and I just selected, a good selection of everything. So I don't have all. This isn't all of my stuff by all these people, but get a good idea. Some jazz and some funky jazz. Kind of Blue, one of the best jazz records ever made. You had Miles Davis on trumpet, Cannonball Adderley on saxophone, and I think it was saxophone. And Coltrane was also on the saxophone on this one. Very kick-ass record here. I got this one reissued, so I got a brand new copy of it, so it sounds great. I also have Blue Train from Coltrane too, reissued, brand new. Jimmy Smith, A lot of people, the people that I've met, the handful of people that know who Jimmy McGriff and Jimmy Smith are, for some reason everybody seems to like Jimmy Smith better. He's good. He's very good, organ player. But I love Jimmy McGriff better. McGriff has always been my favorite out of the two of them. And that one is live from Jimmy Smith's Supper Club. Jimmy Smith and Montgomery West, two cool cats. More funky jazz types. That's some soul funky jazz. Dave Brubeck. Newport Jazz Festival, 1958. This is a very, very good album. Duke Ellington, Money Jungle, and it had Charles Mingus and Max Roach on the same album. Very, very good. They are both very good. Charles Mingus, bass player, Max Roach, drummer, and you got Duke on the piano. Very good stuff. Now, my man Jimmy McGriff. Is this a Mean Machine? Yeah, it's a Mean Machine. Very good. Overweight shark bait. This all good. Stump Juice. Is this a double LP? No. No, it's regular. Jimmy McGriff. Another Jimmy McGriff live. This is a cool album cover. I really like how this one looks. Very, very cool. Some of these album covers. That's the thing. You know, they just kind of took these pictures and put them on the CDs when they were coming out, and like the cassette tapes. But these vinyls, man, like I have a couple frames and I had some of these hanging up, and I love the old artwork on these old vinyls. Some of them are just so cool, man. Especially the Blue Note stuff. I like a lot of those as well. Jimmy McGriff. And then another Jimmy, Fly Dude. Another Jimmy McGriff. I'm telling you, this is a badass organ player. Him and B3 organ player. He's a badass dude. Very well worth looking into. Anything you can find from him is phenomenal. Get to a little bit of soul. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? This is a very, very, very good album as well. There's also a song from Marvin Gaye. It's not on this album. This is a great album. But he has another song. It's called Where Are We Going? And it's on some greatest hits CD, a double disc greatest hits. And I don't think I ever figured out where that came from, but God, I love that song. It's got this like it's like a 10 to 15 second trumpet solo in the middle of the song, and even though it's really short, man, it just they hit it right on that. It's beautiful. Booker T and the MGs, Melting Pot. Most people probably know the song Green Onions. Whether you know it or not, you probably do. But Melting Pot's that song is the title track. Melting Pot is a very good song too. Very, very good song. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these tracks by name on this one, but I do know that this is a good album. I have listened to it on a few occasions. Marvin Gaye, Trouble Man. Trouble Man is also a movie that I want to talk about. I do have the movie on DVD. Trouble Man is a cool old blaxploitation film, and a lot of the soul singers back in the day, and like even James Brown, you know, started off soul, went funk, but the thing back in the day for these guys was to do. Go, okay. Just staring me down. The thing to do was to do a soundtrack for blaxploitation films. Curtis Mayfield did Superfly. James Brown did. I think James Brown actually did a couple. He did Slaughter, and he did the second Slaughter film where Jim Brown was playing the character Slaughter. Trouble Man from Marvin Gaye, and James Brown also did Black Caesar. I don't have the movie, but I've seen it. It was a good movie. And the soundtrack is phenomenal on that. When I got that somewhere, I did not dig it out of the stack of stuff I have. But the Black Caesar soundtrack from Marvin Gaye is really, really, really good. Another very, very good soul singer, Sam Cooke. I love Sam Cooke. Very, very, very good. I got a 4-disc box set. A lot of my CDs I have are burned, because I went around all the libraries around me years and years ago, and I just kept getting, you can get up to 20 at a time. Just get as many as I could, burn them all, take them to the next library, drop them off, grab as many as I could, burn them all. And I went through and I burned about 500 CDs off the libraries. Wonderful. Saved a lot of money too. But Sam Cooke's very good, a very good album. Lou Rawls, Solon. I love Lou Rawls too. Lou Rawls is just a standout all on his own, man. He's just, I don't know, he sounds so distinct. Out of all the soul singers, he just sounds such a distinct sound that I love this dude. I love his music. Al Green, everybody loves Al Green, knows Al Green. I like Al Green a lot too, but I like Lou Rawls better. But I probably know more songs from Al Green than I do from Lou Rawls, but I like Lou Rawls better. It's a good album. And then Ray, what did I say? Good album, very good album. Yes, it's a very good album. All right, getting towards the end of the stacks here. A couple Grateful Dead albums. Shit, what is this? Oh, Dead Set, double LP. I think one was done. I think they were done at the Fillmores. One at the Fillmore East and one at the Fillmore West, because you look at it, San Fran and New York, and I like how they made this together where it looks like it's just all one big setting. But yeah, it has to be Fillmore East and Fillmore West because that's where they were, San Fran and New York. So very cool. Double LP. I love the Grateful Dead. And then this, the history of the Grateful Dead. I was expecting something different. I was expecting the history of the Grateful Dead Bear's Choice, which I have on CD, and it's one of my all-time favorite recordings from the Grateful Dead. But I'd never even heard of this, and it popped up. And I was expecting the other one that showed up, so it was a nice little surprise, even though it wasn't what I expected. I think I ended up finding the one I was looking for, the Bear's Choice one. I think I found that one anyways. I may have it somewhere, but it's different. It's very cool. Okay. Oh, psst. Come on, get. Beatles, Revolver. Cool album, very good. Revolver and Rubber Soul are my two favorite Beatles albums ever. Although the U.S. release of this and Rubber Soul was missing my favorite songs from both albums. Go figure. I was pissed. I bought this and God, what is it? It's that one song, Are You Sleeping? No, what the hell's the name of that song? Maybe it is called Are You Sleeping? No, they don't sound right. It's been a while since I've listened to Beatles. But, damn, what is the name of that song? Anyways, my favorite songs on both those albums, you have to get another one. I think it's called Yesterday and Today. And it has all the songs that they took off of this and Rubber Soul. And they made another album and put those on it. Which sucks, but, yeah, whatever. Nowadays, just jump online and buy it. Jimi Hendrix, this is one they do not, I don't believe they make it on CD or on cassette tape. I don't even know if you can find this on Spotify. You might find it on Spotify nowadays. I know for a long time you couldn't, but I quit using Spotify a while ago. But Nine of the Universe. This whole album was just intended to be him and some friends jamming in the studio, and they just happened to hit record. It was never meant to be a studio release or anything like that. Well, I think it was 1980, 1981, somewhere in there, where somebody had found this recording and they pressed it and released it, and it's fucking awesome. Some Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason, double LP. This one's like brand new. I don't even remember where I got this one from, but like even the sleeve's in very good shape. Dark Side, no collection is complete without Dark Side of the Moon. Wish You Were Here, of course, which actually this is my favorite Pink Floyd album of all. I like Dark Side a lot. I like Animals. I like Metal. But this is probably my favorite. Shine On You Crazy Diamond is probably my favorite Pink Floyd song. And I have got to see David Gilmour live twice. And I know he played it the first time, and I can't remember if he played it the second. I think he did. I think he played it the second time. The first time he played Echoes also live. That was unbelievable, but he did not play it the second time. I was yelling to him saying, Echoes, but he didn't do it for me. This was my very, very, very first vinyl I ever got. very first one ever. And this is what kind of got me into vinyl back in the day, but I didn't start collecting until years later. This is one of the best recordings of anything ever, anywhere you'll ever find. The Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore East, back when Duane Allman was still alive. I think it happened not too long. They recorded this not too long. What happened? Not too long before he died, but that was back when they were like a blues jam band, and they were phenomenal. But once he died, I don't really like much of their music after that. I have seen them live a bunch of times, like 5-6 times, but they're good. But they play a lot of old stuff. But you know, the music the albums that they put out after Duane Allman died, I don't really care for. But this is one of the best recordings you will ever hear in your life, ever. One of the best sayings ever made. The whole album, because I think over half this album wasn't even their songs. They just took some blues songs and started jamming out, and it's fucking great. Bob Seger, Live Bullet. This is a double. That's a double. This is a very good one, too. I like this a lot. Very, very good. Doors. I actually have 3 copies of this. This is one where it was like a little window pane in here. What the hell do I get? Yeah, so you can kind of like get in there like that. But this thing tore. I mean, it was torn when I got it, so I just try to be careful with it. But I always thought that one was really cool because I've never seen one like it. And then there's this one. It looks the same, but there's just no film there, you know. And I have one where this is just white instead of yellow, but I like this one a lot. LA Woman is my favorite Doors album, too, by the way. Trying to hurry this up here. Kind of running low on space. Sinatra. I love Sinatra. Dean. Everybody loves some Dean Martin. The Voice. Look at how young Sinatra looked in that picture. Look at that. This dude was young as shit in this picture. And then we got some Glenn Miller. And then we got Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra featuring Sinatra. Very cool. And then I got a few specialty things here that I just wanted to share. The Godfather soundtrack. I got this from my grandma recently too. This is really cool. And then one of the old shows that I love watching is Peter Gunn. Well, a dude from work. Actually, no, I think I got this one from a dude I work with. I think I got this one from a guy I work with. I also got these from the same dude I work with too. Peter Gunn soundtracks. 2 of them. I love the old Peter Gunn show. 2 separate soundtracks. Henry Mancini. Yeah, Henry Mancini did a lot of old stuff. Movies, TV shows, things like that. You'd be surprised at what all Henry Mancini did. Him and Lalo Schifrin did a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Wikipedia. I don't know if it's Lalo or Lalo. I just call him Lalo. But Lalo and then Schiffrin, I think. And then Henry Mancini. The 2 of those guys did a lot of stuff that you'd be surprised. Most people probably know at least some stuff. Schifrin did the Dirty Harry soundtracks. He did all those, I believe. This is something I used to listen to as a kid around Halloween. My grandma, this one I got from my grandma. She had this thing, it's just scary sounds and whatever, but we used to listen to this when I was a kid on, little record player, and just, scary sounds and shit like that. But God, this brought back memories. I had thought about this album so many times since I was a kid, and I always wondered whatever happened to it. And I kid you not, within the last maybe not even 2 months ago, my grandma had me go through some records in the garage, and I found this, and I was so happy to have found it. Haven't listened to it again yet, but very cool. This reminds me of being a kid, man. Well before they ever redid the inside or the outside of their house, because they've been in the same house since like early 60s, I think. And so my whole life, by far. And this was back when I was a kid. I'd go over there and be watching like Incredible Hulk, with God, I can't think of his name. Bill Bixby. I think that was it. But yeah, the old Hulk show and like Gilligan's Island and all this stuff. And like back then, they weren't new, but they were like, they only been reruns for so many years in the early 80s. But this is going to bring back a lot of memories, and I'm very excited to listen to this one day. I haven't listened to this yet either. JFK Memorial Album. I haven't listened to it. I don't really know what it's about. It's speeches and the inaugural address, civil rights, Cuban rockets. So I guess it's some of his speeches, some kind of memorial thing that was done. And then one of my all-time favorite old TV shows to watch, which is still on MeTV. Now, mind you, it's February 5th, 2019, so I don't know how much longer this is going to stay on there because it's already been on for at least over a year. But 77 Sunset Strip. Just, God, I love that show. It's so great. I love the cast. I love everybody in the show. And then Kooky ends up becoming, you got Jeff Spencer, Stu Bailey. Kookie's the valet outside who ends up becoming a partner. Richard Long had his own show, Bourbon Street Beat, and when that got canceled, I think it was CBS. I believe it was a CBS. It was aired on CBS. It was made by Warner Brothers, but I think it was on. Oh no, ABC. I'm sorry. So that's what it says. I don't know. I thought they started off on CBS. Anyways, whatever the case. The two shows are on the same network. They canceled Richard Long's show, and I love Richard Long from Big Valley and other stuff. He's been in Twilight Zone and many other things. But when they canceled his show, he joined the cast of Sunset Strip and became a partner for 2 seasons with them and continued to play his character from Bourbon Street Beat, Rex Randolph, and that's just really cool. I thought it was an awesome idea. But I got a soundtrack album, which is weird because I've never seen these guys in color, in this setting. You know what I mean? I've seen him in color, but not these two. But it's just so weird to see him in color. And, I don't know, it's weird. I've seen, all 200-something episodes in black and white, so it's weird to see him in color. And then I got this, which is really kind of cool. I'm not really into comic stuff anymore. I wasn't as a kid. But it is literally a record and a comic book. This is pretty damn cool. I mean, for anybody that's into comics, you know how awesome it'd be if they still made stuff like this for people who are really into comics? I mean, I'm guessing it just plays the sound of them talking as you're looking through the book. Or, I don't know, I haven't checked it out yet, but, look at that. It's a comic book inside a record sleeve with a record. That's pretty damn cool. And then I got this. Big Band Jazz. Look how big this set is. This thing is huge. I haven't really dug into this yet because I just started getting into this kind of jazz and stuff here recently. But look at that. Got one. You got a book with it. Got a book. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 records in here. 10 records. You just pop it open. Start pulling them out. I love stuff like this. It's so very cool. And then I got one more here for you, and then I gotta call it quits for the night. Shit. Damn, I just tore the fucking case. Son of a bitch. There we go. Shit, man, I just tore the damn case on it. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 more. Another Dark Side of the Moon. This is a sticker that came with the Dark Side of the Moon. I got this from somewhere, I think from my dad's old collection before he got rid of stuff. He had gotten it from a garage sale. And this sticker had come with it, but somebody, whoever had this, put the sticker right on the album. So that's the reason I kept this, because that sticker is probably really, really, really rare. Really rare. I've never seen one anywhere else ever. But I also haven't looked online for it, so you might find it on there. And then I got a collector's history of jazz, where this is quite the same as a Big Band Jazz. This is like black jazz, which is tight. I like it. I like a lot of black music. It's weird. I swear, it's I got a lot of soul for being a honky. I really do. I love older black music. There's something about it that I even like listening to Babatunde Olatunji, Drums of Passion, dude. Another guy from Nigeria who is just, they don't even speak any English in their music. But it just sounds like you're just sitting out in out with some tribe out in the middle of Africa, just jamming out around a big fire. God, it's so cool, man. It's got a lot of soul to it, a lot of soul. But yeah, this is the cool shit. So that's about it. And I'll get some more videos going. I just kind of want to give everybody an idea of what kind of music I'm gonna do videos about. I will get an introductory video about the TV shows and the movies as well. I don't know if I'm gonna do them separate or just do it all as one thing. You know, I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But I got a decent DVD collection, and so I'll kind of go into that too. So before I say goodbye, check out Jackie. You gotta check out Jackie with her baby. See her sleeping with her baby. Oh, she caught us looking. Look at her sleeping with her little baby. She's got a little sock monkey over there she's sleeping with. Oh, God, I'm worried sick about her, but I mean, I know everything will be okay, but just the thought of her having to have surgery really just worries the shit out of me, so I don't know. Anyways, till I see y'all again, peace.